What's up everyone, my name is Terry and today in my lab I have the WEN 6-inch spiral cut jointer here in my garage to upgrade my woodworking capabilities. This is a entry level jointer from WEN, which is a less popular. They do focus on kind of that entry level tier tools. It's not my normal go-to brand, but I figured we could go and unbox this together, go through the initial setup together. Then I will run through a couple of projects that I got scheduled to make it and then give you my honest feedback on this. Marketing fluff time. The WEN JT630H 6-inch spiral benchtop jointer stands out for its spiral cutter head system, which uses 12 staggered HSS blades to deliver an ultra-fine finish, a significant advantage over traditional blade-based entry-level jointers. This design ensures smoother cuts and better finish on both hard and soft woods. Additionally, its 10-amp motor is powerful enough to rotate the cutter head up to 12,000 times per minute, offering efficiency and precision in material removal. The jointer also features a spacious 30 by 6-inch table and an adjustable fence for bevels up to 45 degrees, enhancing versatility and woodworking projects. The inclusion of an onboard depth to scale cut, 2 push blocks, and a 2.5-inch dust port further elevates its user convenience and safety, making a compelling choice for beginner and intermediate woodworkers seeking to upgrade their tool set. Marketing fluff out of the way, let's move on. Okay, you got me. I had ChatGPT write that last bit based off of product details and my feedback. I know my strengths and weaknesses. I'm an IT guy and a builder, not an English scholar. But to clarify, for this video here, I bought this tool with my own money, and to this date, I have not worked with any tool vendors. Any tools you see in any of my videos have been bought and paid for by me, and no vendors have had any influence or sponsorships on this channel, or at least as of this recording date. But with that being said, Festool, DeWalt, Craig, if you're watching, call me, DM me. I need a Craig Foreman pocket hole jig or a Festool track saw and dust extractor to fit in with the rest of the YouTube woodworkers, so I'm sure we can work something out. Well, that was a little awkward, but let's dive back into this tool review. Well, so far the only gotcha I found is, I'm gonna see if I can do this semi-gracefully. It did come level, but technically to get it 100% flat on there, you're past 0, so it's not 100% in line there. But for a sub $300 jointer, and I'll have all this in the description down below, if that's our only real problem, then got hearing protection on, got it all squared up and cleaned up, ready to go. Got this old board here that's been through the ringer, so let's see if we can square it up real quick. The hard way. Yeah. I built a massive 4x8 barn door out of hard maple and 5 coffee tables out of reclaimed pallet wood with this jointer. This is my pros and cons list and general review of using this unit and sending hundreds, if not thousands, of linear feet of wood through it in a relatively short period of time. For the pros list, it's well built. The machine is very sturdy to use, even when you're pushing a larger than intended length of material through it. You can apply even and steady pressure without having to worry about the machine moving on you as long as you have it on a steady surface. The spiral head instead of knives is a definite pro. The spiral head leaves very clean surfaces, reducing the need to sand through the lower grits on the final product. Spiral head units are usually closer to that $1,000 price point rather than down here in that $300 or sub $300 range. This feature hands down drives the value of this product up. The next pro on the list is its small and compact size is perfect for the first jointer. Its compact size makes it very easy to store when it's not in use. And this is definitely a benefit if you're like me, that's working out of a one-car garage stall, or maybe you're sharing your garage with your car. It's small and compact, so you can easily just tuck it away when it's not in use, or pull it out, put it on your assembly table, and let it rip. Pro number 4 is dust collection. The dust collection on this thing for its size is almost perfect. There's one gotcha that I'll go over in the cons, but overall, if you have a shop vac or a shop vac with a dust separator, you won't have a gigantic mess to clean up afterwards. And pro number 5, the adjustable fence. You're not stuck at 90 degrees on this entry-level unit. You can bevel it up to 45 degrees, and then you have more options for bevels or chamfers that would normally be relegated to a router setup, whether it's a trim router or a router table. If you're just starting out, having more options with less items is definitely a benefit. Now that the pros are done, let's head over to the cons. But first, if you like what you're seeing so far and you're like, I've heard enough, I want to buy this jointer, where do I get it? That link's down in the description, just like all of the links to everything related to this channel. If you think this video is entertaining, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. Also, if you like review videos like this, or you like to see what happens when a huge technology geek who likes to build stuff decides to make a YouTube channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button and the notification bell so you're notified when I release the next review video or build video, whichever one happens first. All right, on to the cons. The cons, in my opinion, are perfectly acceptable for the value of this unit. I'll let the chips fall where they may. Let's see if you agree or disagree with me. Con number 1, the knobs on the bed and fence on the back side of it. They're basically kind of right angle wing nut. Due to its compact size, can potentially hit each other as you're adjusting it. So depending upon what you're doing when you're first taking it out of the box, or if you're moving between a 90 degree and a 45 degree angle, they could hit on each other. So it kind of turns into an order of operations of which one do you move first to provide enough space to move the second one, and then you tighten the first one back up. I have heard some people have swapped it out for more traditional, like circle shaped knobs instead of that right angle lever based, but I haven't tried it personally. Number 2, this is the gotcha I mentioned with the dust collection. If you're running a large quantity of wood like I was, when I built the 5 coffee tables, I had 100 planks of wood I had to joint on 2 sides, and I was just ripping them through there, getting them all prepped so I could, create space in my shop. When the dust collection, whatever, if you have a separator and a shop vac or just one of them, when that fills up and it backs into the device, you can't just empty your dust collection and then turn your dust collector back on to suck out what's in there. It gets kind of stuck in there, so you got to shut the machine off first. Make sure you do that. I'm not responsible if you jam a screwdriver into a jointer, but you got to shut it off, put a screwdriver up that dust port to knock it loose, or take the dust port off and knock it loose. Given its price point, neither of those two are deal breakers. As long as dust collection isn't your as long as you're not a dust collector snob, I'll phrase it that way. Both of those items are probably pretty easy to work with around if you're just getting started with jointers. Pros and cons out of the way, let's get some final thoughts and just overall opinions out there. When you're starting out in woodworking, obviously this is not your first tool. If you don't have any tools, you're buying impact drivers, table saw, miter saw, all those things to start building stuff. And then when you start to get to jointing lumber and shaping it, you'll probably make table saw jigs or one of the other ways to square up lumber. But once you actually kind of sorted out what you want to build and how you want to build, that's where this tool comes into play. This is a sub $300 jointer that just provides tremendous value and phenomenal quality. The spiral head alone gives a great finish on any wood you put through it. It is surprisingly capable if you push some of the limits. I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but it is surprisingly capable if you do that as well. Plus, its compact size allows you to tuck it away if you are in a similar
situation that I am, that your garage is all the space you have for all your hobbies. So taking those three things combined, and you have a phenomenal starting point on jointers with a low price of entry. Again, it's definitely not the first tool you should buy, but once you've reached a point where you're like, yes, I want to go buy raw lumber, square it up to the size that I need, this is when you buy it. And as long as you're not taking on 10-foot boards regularly, it is more than capable of handling it. And if you're watching this and you have a little extra budget they want to throw at it, it has a bigger brother. I think it costs $100 or $200 more, but it's an 8-inch bed with a longer bed and extra arms for support. Totally up to you. Besides that, it should be identical, but again, for the money, for the value, this WEN tool is phenomenal. I've never used WEN before. I've had the skepticism just like everybody else based off the price point, but I am not disappointed at all in this product, and it's making me reconsider some of my thoughts on some tool brands in general. So please don't hold me accountable to that bad joke I made in the beginning. Thank you for watching this video. Obviously this was a review video for the JT630H Benchtop spiral head cut jointer thingy by WEN. Again, it was a great product, great value for its dollar. So far I have zero concerns with it, minus the things I've laid out in this video. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up. Consider subscribing, notification bell, that whole deal. YouTube's already suggesting other videos of mine for you to watch. Until next time, my name is Terry, this is my lab, and I build stuff. Bye now.